all the things that we think make us actually, what's the word? Make life convenient. When in reality, all it does is one more thing to break and to get frustrated about.
No.
That's really all it is. Okay, so I did a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So look at this for example. So I went ahead and got. So if you notice, if you look, the sword is completely different now. And it behaves differently as well.
Oh yeah, look at that. It's all big. Like a spider.
It's all big and it functions completely differently than it used to function. So before, all it would do is just like float off a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it would...
I can't sit on my keys. Ugh.
And then it would just like spin. Now it actually searches out enemies. So
Search
like,
and destroy. Oh yeah.
so like it looks and then it like searches them out.
Oh, look at all your hit points.
Yeah. So now I have more hit points. So the sword right now is level. I think it's 99. Yeah, 99. So now I can use it as a sword, or I can have it as a familiar. The reason that I'm going to keep it as a familiar is for a reason. No, actually, do I like that? No, I don't. Is you'll see in a little bit. So I went ahead and did every single thing that I needed to do except for... So I did 2 saves, and over the last... Since we played this last,
yeah,
I went and did everything. So I got every trophy except for one that you need to do. I actually beat the other game that is attached on this disc.
Wow.
But I'm gonna show you. So if we beat this in a good amount of time, and then if there's time left, I'm gonna show you the other game.
Okay.
And it is pretty fun because it's like. So this game was a change in direction of form for the Castlevania series, and the one I'm going to show you was, I think, one of the better original style Castlevanias. And so, yeah, we'll get there. The one trophy that I'm missing is you can actually replay the whole game as Richter. And I have to beat the game as Richter, and then I get the platinum. So I did all the other stuff.
Wow.
But yeah, so I'm going to show you some cool things that I actually found out, though, too, that I think are pretty neat.
Nifty.
So in the other save, I got all the... And as you can see, like, the sword is it just destroys everything. Like, it just... I basically now have it almost on easy mode, but it's not even, if people think that this is easy mode because the sword is like going around destroying stuff, you have no idea. And I'm going to show you why you don't have any idea how OP Alucard gets with a certain weapon and a certain other weapon. Oh, I wanted to go up over there.
I see.
So yeah, and that's actually why I like games like this, because I think it's fun to like get the crap kicked out of you, but then all of a sudden like you become uber powerful and you start just like destroying enemies. And so then you can go back to other enemies and be like, remember when you used to give me so much problems? Well, not today, Satan! And just overcome everything. So I think that's kind of fun.
Yeah. I don't know why that does like that is.
It just feels so like gratifying.
When I did play video games, that's what I would do, is I would take tons of time just leveling up at the early part of the game.
Yeah. Me and you are the same that way. Like, Pokemon becomes real easy if you grind at the beginning, and then everything just becomes trash. And I don't know, it's fun. There is a problem with that, obviously, though, because it can get like boring and repetitive. But that's kind of
you still have to go through the story.
Well, and that's the thing, right? If it's good story and good writing, then it doesn't matter. Then you're just having fun.
Plus, I think it comes from like trying to find ways to manage like game raging,
Right.
and I think that's probably why I did it.
Oh, I definitely raged. And Avery sat in here and watched me play, and I like yelled and I scared her. Like she like jumped a little bit,
Jeez.
and I was just like, "Whoops." And Jamie was like, "I'm sorry that your game is making you so mad." It's like, it's really not. It's just a silly game. Daddy's fine.
Yeah. So why is it? Why is it that games make us so angry?
I think it's just because you want to be good. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like anything. You want to be good at what you're doing.
Like,
And when you're not, it's like super uber frustrating. It's like this lady right here.
Oh, yeah.
Like she just keeps like hitting me back, and it's like just, oh my gosh, it's so stupid. And it's one hit every time, so it's not even like she's like really doing anything to me, but it's one hit, so it's just a death by 1,000 cuts. You're just like, get off me. And it's just funny.
yeah, for senior banquet day, I played several games, and one of them is Cub. It's KUBB, and it's got like the sticks and
Oh,
the
yeah,
cubes.
yeah.
It's pretty fun, and we're doing pretty good, but we're playing like
Good
Grant,
job,
Graham, and stuff like that. And I got so mad at one point. Beneath my breath, I call it Grant. And you know what happened in the next couple rounds? I was just standing behind there, and Grant threw it with no intention whatsoever, and it skimmed off the top of it and smacked my shin and my knee at the same time.
Oh.
And I was just like, that must have been instant karma for my negative feelings towards the whole thing. And we ended up losing. We totally blew it. And it was just... Anyway, I was getting mad then. And then I was trying to play cornhole, but it was just not a good day. And I was getting mad at that, too. I was like, I'm just going to give up. That was my go-to back in the day. It's just like, I don't even want to play anymore.
I'm giving up I'm giving up. I hate everything.
And I was like...
Well, and
at one time, I was like, I haven't sucked for a while. Not since I was born to 43.
Well, I forgot that you guys are done this week. I'm done next week.
Yeah, is your guys' schedule like Jordan? Because my daughter goes back for 1 day after Memorial Day.
We go back for 4 days.
That makes a little bit more sense than
Yeah,
1
it
day.
does make more sense than 1 day.
Like, why would you go back for 1 day?
Well, and you won't. Like, no one will. Like,
Right.
who's actually going back?
like
No one.
tomorrow. So it's not super dumb, but it's there for a makeup day. But tomorrow is the only scheduled actual day where everything is the same schedule. It makes no sense, right?
Right.
Maybe it should be more like a Friday advisor. I don't know, just to get stuff to... Because I'm not doing anything. Nobody's going to do anything because Wednesday...
Well, they told my cohort, my PLC group, they've told me, don't plan anything the last week.
The whole
And so it's
weekend?
like, so you're just like, okay, so this week's makeup week, and I hate makeup weeks because they don't take advantage of the way they should. And so then I'm thinking it just sucks. Okay, so we have 4 pieces of Dracula. This is Death. This is the guy that took all of our power.
Oh.
Last boss that you need to beat to do Dracula. I really like the idea that Death is like under the thumb of Dracula.
Yeah.
That even Death is like is one of his minions.
Wow. Yeah.
That's impressive.
You think there's only one death? Or is he like the Holy Ghost where
yeah,
there's
I
like a
don't-
lot of different ones?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think that like
I just don't want that to be like a weird tie-in, but that's...
well, and I look at the Holy Ghost as like an individual calling, but it could have been like multiple spirits.
Yeah, that's
Over
what
the Holy Ghost.
that's been my hypothesis. I've talked about it with Crystal.
But it's
and
always
stuff,
just like a hypothesis. I don't know,
Right.
because I look at Christ and Christ as a calling as well. Heavenly Father is our Father, so that's different. But I look at Christ as like it was his calling, just like someone is a stake president. And I don't mean to compare stake president to Messiah. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying he was called to do it. It was his calling. Like it was someone had to do it, and he's the one that was able to do it. Now he was the only one able to do it. All those things are true. I'm not discounting anything that the Savior did. Okay, so that was death. I got the eye. So I could now go and beat the game, but I want to show you some fun some fun things
All right.
that I think will show you exactly what I'm talking about being OP and everything.
Yeah.
And so the trophy, so I went and did stuff to get the trophy. So there were things like if I turn into the bat and then have the bat familiar on me, the bat familiar actually like he drops a little heart and then he like follows me around like we're friends. So that's kind of cute. And then like the fairies, if you sit long enough in a chair, one of them will sing to you. The other one, they'll both like sit on your shoulder if you don't move. So there was a lot of things like that were just kind of cool, and I think really smart and fun that the game did.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, it's like this guy my sword just like destroys everything. And he now can be used as a sword. But there's a different sword that I'm going to show you in the actual save file that is complete. And I'm going to show you that just so you can get a taste of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But that'll be after we actually beat this. And so I'm going to show you a boss. Oh, and I'm going to show you another thing that I can do with the power of Sire, that little picture thing that I bought. It's a usable item, so when you use it, it goes away. But there's an item that you can buy for 500,000 gold. And yes, I did grind the gold. One, because that was a trophy that you actually need to do to get, so that's fine. So at least I had a purpose for a trophy, at least. And it lets you use those. It's called a duplicator, and what the duplicator does is it just duplicates whatever you use, so you never actually lose whatever it is. So I'll show you that too. It's pretty funny. So I'll show you all these things that happened, and you're gonna see how just unbelievably overpowered I've become. And I'm not even level 99. I'm only level 64 in the other save files. So even at level 64, nothing can touch me. Like, I literally walk around. It basically, like, it became a walking simulator. That's how OP I am.
Wow.
And there's multiple weapons. This enemy is really cool. Wow. So she's actually really smart. So she always protects herself. So I can't turn to actually hit her fast enough. She always turns around. So you need something like the sword, and then she turns into a cat.
And you kill a cat.
And then you kill the cat.
Does it have a sombrero on?
Yeah, well, it's whatever that hat is.
Which is that?
But that's a cool enemy. That enemy is fun. Because it's like, you're not going to probably die from it, because it only hits, like, it's not, like, super powerful. But it is, like, well designed, and, like, you feel
somebody
like...
was like, just wanted to put a sexy witch in this thing. And
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. If you're gonna do Halloween, you have to have a sexy witch. Can we all be adults about it? Come on.
Although, like every outfit is like a sexy something.
Oh, for sure.
It's like
sexy zombie,
sexy chainsaw massacre,
yeah,
sexy skeleton, and you're just like, what?
This girl is pretty cool too. She's super weak though.
Frozen half.
Have more bones!
Have more bones.
Nah, you man.
Yes, let us know in the comment section when you want us to do our Skeletor meme minute. If not, we'll be doing that in about an hour, or a little less than an hour. And you can laugh along with Mike as we read silly stuff that are clean for the channel.
Yes. Well, and I was, yeah. I've had more epiphanies about the Christian community and how it treats us and other people, and so there's lots of stuff, but I want to show you this first, and then we can kind of get into all of that stuff. Okay, so here's this guy. Okay, wow. Super uber, just like holy crap, right? So I'm gonna switch to so this is the familiar sword as the sword. As you can see, I'm going from 63 damage to 146. Okay, so super powerful, right? So I just did 118 damage to him, But as you can see, it's like he's not easy, right? So if I just sat here, I would get wrecked. So let me show you something really quick. Hopefully I don't die before I'm actually able to get this done. So the shield rod lets me use different shields, and all the shields have different powers, okay? And they do different things. So let me show you what the Alucard shield does, okay? So this is the Alucard shield.
Well, holy smokes.
So I'm doing 227 damage every time my shield makes contact with his hitbox.
Dang.
And as you can see, I just wasted him as if he were nothing.
Wow.
And I played that straight. Like, as you can see, it's like, I mean, how many times do you think that shield counted a hit? Like, probably over like 30 times, 35 times, right? It was a lot. It was just over and over and over again, right? So you imagine trying to hit a sword that was doing half damage, right? Half damage of that. And then, so I'm having to hit him 60 times while not dying, okay? So, like, that's what this does. So the Alucard shield is definitely OP, and I just sit here, and it uses my magic until I drop it. But I basically just walk around now doing this. So that's a save point, so that doesn't help me. Going back to the idea of it becoming a walking simulator. So that's one thing that is cool that we all discovered. So yeah, so do this. And it's not even on, and the funny thing is too, so I just do this. The funny thing is too is to do the spell, like doing this spell, right? The whole like thing where it's like throw the fireball, and that's hard to do. All this is just the two action buttons. So I moved the action buttons to square and X. So now my jump is circle. And so now all I got to do is just put my thumb there, push them at the same time, and off it goes. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And all it does is it uses magic, but magic refills. So it's like, so that's the only downfall. It's like it's not infinite. Like you will run out once you give up on the shield. But I can just sit here. It goes through screens, so I don't have to keep like, I don't have to keep doing it over and over again. I can just jump through the next screen, right? So that's pretty fun. That's pretty cool, I think. That's pretty interesting. Okay. So now we're going to play it like I would play it, where I would have this on. I'm going to do the fairy familiar. And yeah. So she can use hammers that I pick up to knock me out of a stone state. I don't think she's... But though all those things and powers that like all these things have come from, actually the ghost one's probably better. You have to level them up before they can actually start doing this stuff. So I don't think she's leveled up far enough. But that's not really super important. Other than it's fun to kind of have a fairy out there with you, doing your fairy stuff. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to the clock tower. If you remember the clock room. Now we can open up...
The clock tower?
Yeah.
What time did it stop?
Everyone needs to look at Cam's face as he said that to me. He was so proud of himself.
Save the clock tower! Does that help?
Such a dork.
That's very true. That's all.
I love it.
People think about
You're
me.
the best.
Nobody,
I think you're the best.
Nobody.
I look forward to Mondays so much.
Expect me
Sunday
to be
comes and I'm like,
as old as I am.
Mondays tomorrow. We'll get into our thing. That's what I think every single time.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Like Christmas.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bring you a present. We should start video and then we could do memorabilia Mondays.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Man,
Oh.
that bowl is really good, but I'm just more hungry.
But yeah, so here's my new thing that I was thinking of. So, watching a lot of videos, trying to figure out why people do what they do, and why people
like do what they do.
like why people detest other people, why they have to feel like it's so important to like other everyone, and lots of people do it. I've done it in my life, but I'm cognizant of it now, like a lot, because I don't want to do that, because that doesn't like bring people into your cause. It just causes people to want to not be a part of your cause, which is like honestly the antithesis of Christianity. And so I talked about there's three things that I kind of came up with. One we've talked about where it's like it makes sense to me that what I believe to be Christ's church. Oh, I can like do that, and oh yeah, I didn't know that. That's what the shields are for, is for projectiles. See, I don't know anything about this game. I'm just a schmuck doing schmuck things. It's amazing It's amazing I've been able to even tie my shoes in this game at all.
He wears.
He wears boots.
He wears boots, yeah. So,
they might have laces.
have some more.
Have some bones! And then he does the dumbest thing that he can do and gets closer to me. If you had stayed there, I never would have gotten out, and you would have just killed me by 1,000 cuts.
1,000 bones.
1,000 bone cuts.
Yeah, He-Man.
He-Man.
Would you like some of my bones?
But yeah, so
Is he all bones, or does he actually have like?
I think he probably is. I don't know.
So we
That's
get
an
down to the
interesting-
anatomy
of course we
of
should.
Skeletor.
We should get down to the nitty gritty.
Is there a backstory on Skeletor?
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Like actual real backstory? Wasn't that? Didn't we find out that it was made by Mattel?
Well, and it was his uncle. That's what we found out.
Yeah.
Remember?
So
He's his uncle.
So what did he do? Did he like scar him or something? Like Disney's Lion King, he, like kill his Mufasa or whatever.
Take a cross.
Like he killed He-Man's parents, and that's why He-Man wants to beat up Skeletor, or
Could be.
or is he in like league with Gargamel and?
All these words, all these names.
Isn't it Gargamel?
I don't know.
From the Smurfs.
I don't know.
And he wanted to get them so he could eat them, right?
I don't know Smurfs. I don't know Smurfs.
Anyway, or maybe I'm just going off of Robot Chicken because I remember watching one time and he finally gets them and he cuts them up and eats them. He's like, "This isn't very good and it's not what I wanted." And he's just like,
so funny. That's so good.
And how do snorkels play into this? That's right, everybody, get ready! It's 80s Saturday cartoon time! If you weren't born in the 70s or 80s, you won't know what I'm talking about. That's
You
right.
know what you're talking about.
No, nobody knows what I'm talking about. My references are way too old for everybody. They're even too old for the people that are older than me.
We still love and care about you.
Because you know what my dad did? It's like... I know you don't like Psych.
No, Psych is garbage TV. There, I said it. Garbage TV.
Nope, it's awesome. And a lot of people disagree with you. Anyway...
Everyone disagrees with me, but that just proves that I'm right in my world.
Oh, talking about different worlds.
Psych is so dumb, so stupid.
It's so good.
It's so dumb, and the main
fun.
character is not likable at all. Sean is the worst character.
No.
Ugh, he is so gross in his in the way he talks to people and acts towards people. I hate him. Hate him. So yucky caca. These guys will be important. Those are the hardest enemies in the game. So now I have all the things, and so now I can set this off. Anyways, going back to the thing.
Anyway, my dad would always do like these 7 levels or whatever of like Kevin Bacon type of thing. So whenever we're watching old shows and stuff like that, he would do all the tie-ins like, oh, this person was also in this movie and that sort of stuff. So all my references are like from the 50s and 60s.
Gross.
And so I picked up a lot of that stuff, and then it became like an inherent thing. Like that in cars. Like I could pick out car models and car makes. And
You should have been my dad's son.
The years are harder as
car guy.
they've gone along, but like I started to teach myself how to pick up the car model and make through the headlights at night, at one point and trying to
That's pretty interesting.
teach myself a totally useless skill.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
But hey, we're playing video games. This is a useless skill.
until you can make money with it.
Yeah. Hopefully, Twitch.
And our 3 viewers, welcome everybody.
But yeah, so now I'm headed
Hi,
down
everybody.
to beat
We're Dr. Nick.
Shaft.
What the heck is that? A disembodied foot?
Oh, I don't know.
See, look at it's more like a guitar top. It's like sci-fi stuff instead.
Kind of. There is a little bit of that in the Castlevania lore, where well, it's not sci-fi, but it's like fourth dimension kind of stuff. I don't know if you would call that sci-fi. I don't know.
Since science is
Maybe.
always changing, is there really anything called science fact? Oh,
Well,
got him.
They would say not, right? Because they definitively make these statements, and then it turns out like 30 years later, someone smarter than them disproves it.
Right.
I was just watching a thing that Joe Rogan podcast, and it was someone saying that like the people who say that what's it called? Like string theory, that they're obviously wrong. And it's like, and he's saying, and he was like, it's not that they're wrong because he's so smart, but it was that like so much money has been spent trying to prove this theory that they're just using all these resources that should have not been used. And it's just, yeah. I really like that summon. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it was several weeks ago. I mentioned something about the James Webb or with Destin and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, it's like almost this might disprove the Big Bang Theory, you know. And there's just like tons of worlds and possibilities of life. And I'm just like, I almost want to be like, I have a book for you.
Yeah.
It's called The Pearl of Great Price.
Right.
It will teach you these things. So, there's a mission for you because I know you'd be better at it than he thinks we failed him with the gym thing because he thought we were going to be his wingman because he really wants to find somebody. He's like, help me find somebody. I was like, I need to talk to Mike. Mike's the man with the vision and the mission. But
It's true.
just like,
In this area, I am.
we can only be wingman. Like in my mind, it was like, we can only be wingman if you tell us there's a girl that you like that you want us to wingman. We can't go bring her in for you. That's creepy.
True.
Hey, my name's
Well,
Mike, and my name's Cam. We have a friend over there.
That guy.
He's hot for
Well,
you.
and the problem is too is it's like we don't. Okay, so I beat Shaft. Now I get to fight Dracula. So this is the penultimate thing. This is actually the real ending to the game. This is how you actually really beat the game. But yeah, like the thing is like I would love to be a mentor to anyone in different areas, and that same person can be a mentor to me in different areas. Yeah. So it goes back and forth. But the problem is like what I've learned is I have no shortage of like words, and often people tell me, "Hey, it's time to go to bed." So I hear that phrase a lot because I just can talk and talk and talk because I'm just so interested in conversations, and like fleshing things out and doing the best we can. And so, but the thing is like if people don't actually want to listen, then it falls on deaf ears. And honestly, the funny thing is it's like I don't need to like make people listen to me. Like if someone really wants to listen to me, then they'll come to me and they'll be like, "Hey, like I really think you can help me with this. Will you?" And I'd be like, "Of course I will." But so it's just the same thing. It's like, can I help Destin in this? Yeah, I think I can. I feel like I'm good. I've proven it. I have a good track record of it. Oh my gosh, how about I get stuck?
You're closer to his age. So
yeah, there's
a lot more resources than me.
Yeah, there's just a lot of things I can do. And it's not like you're a bad, like you can do anything you put your mind to as well. And so it's just like, but you got to do what I say. Like it's just like I'm a coach. It's like we go 1-24, and I'm sure people blame us, and it's like we tried to teach those kids. Like those kids would not have what we were teaching them. They wouldn't do what we asked. And so it's like, well, no, duh. we went 1-24 because you guys didn't do what was right, and you believed that we didn't know what we were talking about. And so it's like, and that's fine. Like, you don't have to believe me. Like, but when you go 1-24, then it's like, obviously you guys didn't know what you were doing, and we did. Yeah, so the very